I live alone, a quiet little apartment just outside of Portland. It's on the 3rd floor, newly renovated, great view of the forest behind the complex. I'd just gone through a rough breakup with my ex, Evan, and I wasn't exactly in the mood for roommates or noise, so I chose isolation, peace. But peace doesn't last long when it's built on silence. It was late October 2018. I remember because the air smelled like dying leaves and rain, and I'd just put up my sad little Halloween wreath on the front door. I went to bed early that night, tea, 1 melatonin, Netflix humming in the background, nothing unusual, until my phone rang, 2:03 a.m. The screen lit up with one word, home. Now, I have a habit. I name all my contacts. My dentist is Tooth Lady. My landlord is Please Don't Call. But home? I never set that. Still half asleep, I picked it up. Hello? And then I heard my voice. But it wasn't a recording. It was live, hushed and strained, like I was whispering into my own ear from the other side. Why are you still in bed? He's already inside. Click. I sat up so fast I spilled the glass of water on my nightstand. I held my breath, trying to hear anything, but my apartment was quiet. Too quiet. I checked the security system on my phone. Front door, locked. Windows, secure. Motion detectors, nothing. No breaches, no alerts. Still, I couldn't ignore what I'd heard. I got up, turned on every single light, grabbed the small crowbar I kept under my bed from when Evan was still around, just in case. That's when my phone rang again. Same caller ID, home. This time the voice said, "Look under the bed." I felt something thick and cold drip down my spine. Slowly, I crouched, pulled the blanket up, and there it was, my phone. My real phone, lit up, vibrating, with the same incoming call, home. The one in my hand wasn't mine. The wallpaper was my old dog, Scruffy, who died in 2016. The lock screen showed my name, my exact layout of apps. Everything was identical to how my phone had looked years ago. I threw the one I'd been holding, grabbed my actual phone, and sprinted to the door. The front door was still locked. Security showed no motion detected in the last hour. But I knew someone had been in there. I called the police. They arrived 15 minutes later, 2 officers. They swept the apartment, checked the vents, under the bed, behind the shower curtain. Nothing, no signs of entry, no fingerprints. They looked at the phone I'd found, said it didn't match any registered device, no SIM, no ID number, completely wiped, like a ghost phone. But then one of the officers said something that made my blood go still. "This place has 2 return vents, right?" he asked me. "Yeah, one in the hallway, one in the bedroom," I replied. He frowned. "We only found one." He unscrewed the cover of the bedroom vent, and that's when we found it. Another phone. It was taped deep inside, its mic pointed outward. They pulled it out gently and found it still recording, a voice memo running for over 3 hours. The last 20 seconds were my screams, not from tonight, not from the call, but from a night that hadn't happened yet. The scream was raw, guttural, the kind you only make when you know death is coming. But the most disturbing part? I was saying a name in the background. Not Evan, not anyone I knew, just over and over again. Let me out, please, Peter, please." They never found anyone named Peter connected to me. The next morning, I moved out, left everything, even the phones. I didn't want answers anymore. But last week, almost 5 years later, something happened. My fiance and I were cleaning out the attic of our new home. He handed me a dusty old box labeled Misc Tech. We opened it, and sitting right on top was a phone, my wallpaper, my apps. The screen lit up with a call. Caller ID, home. And this time, it had my new address.